Lynchburg women's soccer and sports outreach in Lynchburg, Virginia go hand in hand. It all started back in 2007.
Well, I was sitting on an airplane about 10 years ago, and I was talking to a soccer guy that I knew. And he said he knew this guy named Rodney Suddeth, who was the executive director of an organization called Sports Outreach. I'd never heard of it. And they were looking for a venue to host an event. It's called Gifts for Gulu, and it was to raise awareness about some of the atrocities that was happening in Gulu, Uganda.
And I'd never met Coach Olson, so I went over there and talked with him, and he and I immediately connected on a level, just became really good friends. And so he helped us host the event, and during the course of the evening, he said, I like what I'm hearing, but I don't quite get it. So I said, well, why don't you come to Uganda? I'm leaving in 2 weeks.
They put me on what they called the road to Gulu. And as I was telling people I was going on that road, they said, well, that's a dangerous road. People go up there and never come back. And I said, well, Rodney told me to do it. And so I got on that road to Gulu, and I went up this road. There was no people. It was scary. It was a war zone. We got up into the area of Gulu, and Rodney immediately took me to an IDP camp.
With over 70,000 people cramped into one space, Coach Olson wondered how a women's soccer coach from Lynchburg, Virginia, could help this situation.
And we went to one of these camps, and we took a soccer ball and we put it in the middle of a field. And all of a sudden, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids came from all parts of the camp. And all of a sudden, where you'd think there'd be despair and no hope, there was laughing and cheering and excitedness of playing soccer. And then Rodney said, now, Todd, you can intervene.
It wasn't just soccer, though. On one of the trips with the team, they met some chess players that would change their lives.
So one of our staff, a guy Robert Katende, who's probably one of the best football players we had also learned the game of chess when he was in college. So Robert took the board game chess into the slum of Katwe in Kampala, Uganda.
Not everyone likes soccer, and these kids, every day they had to figure out how to survive. And every day they went into that slum, they had to find food, they had to find shelter, they had to not get violated in some way, especially the girls. And they became very strategic about their life.
A little while into it, a young lady just stumbled into it because she was hungry. And she came for a free meal because she was a dropout from school, 9 years old, no money, living on the street with her mother and 2 brothers. And she came to be fed. And there she met Robert. He introduced her to chess. 2 years later, this illiterate girl is a national champion of Uganda. By 18 months, she's a champion of Africa. Within 20 months, she and 2 of her teammates won an international chess tournament in Sudan, defeating teams from Russia, Algeria, and other countries that really have major chess programs.
When Fiona started to excel, and I met Fiona early on, when she started to excel, I wasn't surprised, because I thought these kids, to survive, have to be strategic. And chess is easy chess is easy compared to trying to find food. Chess is easy compared to trying to avoid being violated or be killed.
First, the story was made into a book that was read for the first time in public at Lynchburg College. Then, Disney made it into a movie telling a story about how simple it really is to make an impact in this world.
What I loved about it is that they realized it's not just a soccer ball, and we think about the soccer ball being super powerful and being able to put out in a field and what it can do, but it's anything. It's any connection. It's anything that I can do or they can do to be present with another person and to empower them in some capacity, whether it's playing soccer, whether it's teaching them chess, but just to empower them, to let them know that they can literally do anything. And that street kid that you walk by every day on your way to work, or that homeless person, they might be some kind of magnificent soul, and they just need someone to pay attention to them, someone to give them a little bit of love.
Lynchburg has sent 9 teams with sports outreach to Africa since 2007. Much like the approach to a season, the process for making things better is one step at a time.
We can change the world, and that's what we want to do, one girl at a time, one soccer ball at a time, one chess piece at a time, whatever it is, but connect with them, love them, give them support, and watch a person grow with that kind of nurturing.
Get involved today by visiting sportsoutreach.net. And also be on the lookout for a public screening of Queen of Katwe on the campus of Lynchburg College this coming spring. Reporting for LHSN, I'm Joe Hutzler.